In the news, Ondo State government constitutes committee towards combating rising cost of foods item and promoting agricultural development in the state. Governor Ayedatiwa expresses excitement over Future's award, depicting his welfarist attitude. Court sentences Chinese businessman to death for killing Nigerian girlfriend. And from the foreign scene, Baltimore Key Bridge collapses, resulting in casualties. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on Osrc television. I am Oyewumi Ayinigbara. In continuation of the efforts of the Ondo State government towards combating rising costs of food items and promoting all-round agricultural development to ensure food security in the state, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has approved the constitution of Agriculture and Food Security Committee. The committee is to be chaired by Mr. Rotimi Akinshola. Other members of the committee are Reverend Gideon Oluleye, Abayomi Munilari, Benga Obaweya, Omolade Fabi, and Professor Gabriel Ajubiwe. The rest are Chief Abiodun Adejo, Benga Akingbasote, Secretary, and Mrs. Foluke Tunde Daramola, Co-Secretary. The committee has since swung into action. Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa says his administration will not deviate from its commitment at making life more abundant for residents of the state. Ayedatiwa, who played host to the leadership of Federal University of Technology Akure FUTA, said no effort will be spared towards promoting the welfare of all residents of the state while securing their lives and property. The governor thanked the FUTA community for recognizing its commitments to the welfare of Ondo State workforce with the Award of Excellence bestowed on him as a workers-friendly governor. He promised his administration's readiness to assist the institution to overcome some of the challenges facing it, especially security and road infrastructure. Professor Oladiji, who described Governor Ayedatiwa, a worthy successor of the late governor, also wished him well. The Vice-Chancellor appealed to the state government to help the institution overcome some of its challenges, including security and road infrastructure.
We want to feel your presence, we want to feel the manifestation of the good works you are doing around the FUTA community. Oftentimes, our students bring up issues that we think the state can assist us with. For example, they talk about security around the campuses, the communities where they stay. We have about 15,000 students residing around FUTA community. So there are many of them around the place, and we wish that you kindly pay attention to the community in terms of security. We also have a burning issue that we are representing to the state government. We are bringing it up again because we can see that you are an action government. The roads leading to the university, both the south gate and in front of the north gate, they have continued to be like a death trap.
You want to motivate them, you want them to want to deliver. You pay them on time. And for us in the state, we have been doing that. All the areas that previous administration, were owing the workers have been cleared. And even the cash award that was instituted by the federal government, we ensure that even though we have a link port, we ensure that we pay all our workers in the state. FUTA has been an institution that we are proud of, even though it's a federal institution, but because it domiciles here in Ondo State, because of the contribution we have made to the social economic development of Ondo State. We cannot but thank the institution and the current leadership of the institution for the good work you are doing. Ondo State is one of the safest states in Nigeria because of our security architecture. Maybe if that was part of our blind spot, we will look directly into that direction and see what we can do, especially around the community where some of your students are living, apart from those who are on campus. The primary function or mandate of any government is security of lives and property and the total well-being, welfare of the people. And that is primary. And we believe so much in that, and we will continue to give that to our people. Not just indigenous, even residents like you. Even though you're supposed to be an indigenous. So we continue to provide that for everybody, including those who are visitors to the state. As long as they are on our soil, we will continue to extend that protection to everyone. The roads leading to your school, the North and South Gate, well, we asked some of those in charge, the SA infrastructure, to visit the area and have on the spot assessment and see what we can do within our limited resources. We'll try as much as possible to help.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has described as shocking and devastating the death of All Progressives Congress chieftain Dr. Paul Akintelure. In a statement, the governor expressed his commiserations with the Akintelure family, the people of Okitipupa local government area, and the progressive fold in Ondo State. He said Akintelure was a friend and associate who conducted his private business and public affairs with decorum and humility to the admiration of many. Governor Aiyedatiwa added that the death of Dr. Akintelure at this critical time in the life of the state is saddening and prayed for the repose of his soul. Dr. Akintelure, a medical doctor who ran as deputy governorship candidate of Action Congress of Nigeria with Rotimi Akeredolu in 2012, died in the early hours of today. In the same vein, Speaker of Ondo State House of Assembly Olamide Oladiji has expressed shock over the sudden death of Dr. Paul Akintelure. Oladiji, who described the late medical doctor as committed and dedicated party member, explained that his death is a monumental loss to the entire people of Ondo State. While expressing condolence with the family of the deceased on behalf of distinguished honorable members of the State Assembly, the Speaker prayed to God to grant him eternal rest. You're still watching Osrc News at 7 after the break. Court sentences Chinese businessman to death for killing a Nigerian girlfriend. Please, to join us then.
Let's give it up for Giga Babata at 358 pounds. Let's give it up for Destroyer.
What is your fear? Beneath the appearance of incredible infrastructure, standard facilities, and beautiful amenities, our estates at Adron Homes come affordable with great discounts and flexible payment plans. No stress, no hassles. Beat your fears and take that bold step today. Subscribe to own your property. Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Attention future champs, we're calling on student athletes with dreams of showcasing their skills on a global stage. Stand a chance to win scholarships to international tertiary institutions. It's time for MTN Champs Season 2. The regionals will take place in Asaba, Ibadan, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt from February 17th to April 26th, 2024. To participate, visit www.mtnchamps.com to register today.
Hello, my bro. Man, the rain is so heavy here. And there's so much traffic. I think we should postpone, huh?
Not a chance. Aisha.
We don't quit, guys. I'll be there.
Done.
Two files received.
I'm on my way. Take first right in 50 meters and you're there.
Copy that. Aisha, where are you?
Guess where?
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Move. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Runway X.
The future of fashion showcasing.
Very impressive. How did you pull that off?
With Nigeria's top tech talents.
And Globe.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra-high-speed data. Glow with pride.
You're welcome back. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. The Ondo State government has begun the 2024 promotion exercise for local government workers in the state. While flagging off the exercise in Akure, the state capital, Chairman, Local Government Service Commission Femi Idris charged the workers on efficient service delivery. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi now reports.
In fulfillment of its commitment to ensuring that workers in local government are motivated as and when due, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has approved the promotion of local government workers for this year. Declaring the exercise open, Chairman Local Government Service Commission Femi Idris, who congratulated the workers, charged them to reciprocate by providing quality service. Represented by Mrs. Runke Ojo, Commissioner in charge of appointment and posting at the Commission, Mr. Idris enjoined the workers to be of good conduct for the smooth running of the exercise.
Whatever they demand from you, please diligently provide it without any rancor, and if you have any problem, come to the high table here to let us know whatever is the problem. I'm here to declare the promotional exercise of 2024 open.
Also, the head of administration in charge of promotion, Mrs. Juliana Agunana, thanked the governor for approving the promotion of the serving officers.
Our governor is worker-friendly, and he has promised us that we will be having our promotion as at when due, and he's also giving us our salary as at when due. We appreciate him, and we pray for God guidance for him in the mighty name of Jesus.
For some of the workers, including the Norgate chairman, Akure South, Olasoji Oluwatuyi, the exercise is an attestation that diligence and commitment to work counts.
Exercise is one of the things that an average civil servant or public servant look onto every 3 years, as the case may be. And we are so grateful to the government of Ondo State under the able leadership of Governor, His Excellency Governor Orimisan Aiyedatiwa.
As our governor make his promise and he fulfill it, through we the workers, that everybody must join his own job at Wednesday.
I thank God the interview goes well, no problem. We thank our management, the Local Government Service Commission, for giving us the opportunity to attend the interview. And then we thank the state government too.
No fewer than 500 staff members from Akure North and South are taking part in the first phase of the 2024 promotion exercise, while others are expected to benefit in due time. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, OSRC News.
Blockage of drains and canals has been a major factor causing flooding in most parts of the state. It is made worse by indiscriminate dumping of refuse, inadequate enforcement of environmental laws, and failure to adhere to legal waste procedures. In this report, Joy Pius unravels the visible impact of various complications to the environment occasioned by individuals and societal neglect as the rainy season builds up. Now the reports.
Akure, the Ondo State capital, has been in the news in recent times over the state of its environment. Mindless and indiscriminate dumping of refuse across various parts of the state, particularly in drains and canals, which causes obstruction to water flow when it rains, leading to flooding, has been a major cause of concerns. These explain some of the reckless actions of individuals on the environment. This landowner along Orita Obele Road had blocked the drain with solid materials in order to give vehicles access to his premises without considering the effect on water passage. This negligible and condemnable act is common practice across the state.
Our collective and individual actions are key to ensuring a habitable ecosystem. Treatment of the environment, particularly in the rainy season, determines the amount of sleep residents will enjoy.
At Airways, Ilesha Motor Park, Iriakari, Oluwatuyi, Danjuma areas and other parts of the state, residents bemoaned the rate at which the roads are flooded whenever it rains, accompanied by unpalatable experiences.
Tójò bá ti rọ̀ ń sin gbogbo bíi ló máa ń kún sí gbogbo ẹ̀ á dẹ̀ gbá ìdọ̀tí sórí kápákí gbogbo ìdọ̀tí yẹn lèmi máa ń páàkì.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìgbà tó ṣe bíríìjì tí bá dó sí orí bíríìjì bá dó sí inú bíríìjì yẹn wọn ò lè rí mi bọ́ báyìí ìyẹ̀pẹ̀ ti kún gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ bá lè gbé ẹ̀sìkápẹ́tọ̀ yẹn kọ́ wá bá fi kó kínní kọ́ fi kó ojú odò yẹn láti bíi dé express ẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo kan flow náà tómi bá ń bọ̀ bíríìjì ti kún láì kó bí ẹ̀ rí pé omi yẹn ò lè flow bó jẹ́ máa rí lélẹ̀ tó bá lè rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀nà ò lè pẹ́ bàjẹ́.
wọ́n á ní mọ́tò tó máa ń gbé wá kó omi so tó máa ti kó omi yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo àdúgbò ló máa fi bọ̀ ó yẹ kó máa ṣe continuously ní bọ̀ ó dà pé wọ́n máa àbájọ yẹn nígbà kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Commissioner for Environment, Oyeniyi Oseni, gave assurances that the state government is prepared to tackle flooding in the state and rid the environment of indiscriminate waste disposal.
I think before now the ministry have done some good work in that area, and that's why we have seen a drastic reduction in the rate of flooding in the recent past compared to what we see in other states. We are proactive in that area, and with the data we have now, we already identify more areas that are likely to be affected if there's heavy rain today. Particularly the residents of those areas, we are planning to get their attention and orientate them, and also do our part by, if there's a need for us to expand the drainage there, we'll do that. And if there's, but most importantly, we need to let people around those areas have the knowledge of what is likely to happen.
The sanity of the environment should be the responsibility of all and should not be left at the doorstep of government alone. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
In health, the Kwara State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Amina El Imam, says tuberculosis has claimed 1,869 lives in Kwara over the last 1 year. El Imam, who explained that the disease had continued to claim lives globally, said various governments in Nigeria are intensifying community sensitization and active case search using well-established structures of community informant, surveillance officers and community TB HIV workers. In the same vein, Enugu State's Commissioner for Health, Ikechukwu Obi, noted that the state recorded a total of 2,496 confirmed cases of tuberculosis in 2022. Obi appealed to residents with persistent coughs to go to any nearby healthcare facility for screening and treatment. According to the World Health Organization, tuberculosis is an infectious disease which generally affects the lungs and other parts of the body. The leadership of Labour Party has revealed that it won't rescind the decision to hold its contentious national convention tomorrow as planned. The development comes 2 days after the party formally petitioned relevant government institutions requesting an urgent intervention to protect the party against further aggression from the Nigerian Labour Congress. The ongoing conflict over the control of the party escalated last Wednesday when members of the union acting on the directive of NLC leadership picketed LP secretariats across the country. Reports have it that the presidential candidate of LP, Peter Obi, has been frantically making efforts to broker peace between both warring camps. Justice Nicole Clay of the Lagos State High Court has discharged and acquitted 3 persons detained for their late involvement in the EndSARS protest. According to Michael Christian, Media and Communications Assistant, Amnesty International Nigeria, the released detainees are Sunday Okoro, Olumide Fatai, and Oluwole Issa. The body tasked the federal government to provide information about the status of other EndSARS protesters being held in various prisons across the country, grant their families and lawyers access to them, charge them to court, or release them from detention immediately. And still on judicial matters, a high court sitting in Kano has sentenced the Chinese national Frank Geng Quangrong to death by hanging for the murder of his girlfriend Omukautum Buhari in September 2022. Quangrong allegedly killed his ex-wife girlfriend Buhari following a misunderstanding but denied killing her intentionally. He pleaded with Justice Sunosi Ado Maji of the Kano State High Court to temper justice with mercy. In his testimony, Quangrong had claimed he stabbed his girlfriend in self-defense after she allegedly grabbed his testes in September 2022. On the foreign scene, Thailand has delivered its first batch of humanitarian aid to war-torn Myanmar in what officials hope will be a continuing effort to ease the plight of millions of people displaced by fighting. But critics charge that the aid will benefit only people in areas under the Myanmar military's control, providing it with a propaganda boost while leaving the vast majority of displaced people in contested areas without access to assistance. Myanmar is wrecked by a nationwide armed conflict that began after the army ousted the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi in February 2021 and suppressed widespread non-violent protests that sought a return to democratic rule. Adirunke Kolawole has more.
Thailand started sending aid to military-ruled Myanmar on Monday in a new humanitarian initiative backed by Haitian. The initiative aimed to pave the way for talks between warring camps in Myanmar. But critics say the aid will not help the junta, as the majority of displaced people may not be able to access it. UN Special Reporter on the situation of human rights in Myanmar, Tom Andrews, discussed the plan on March 20th.
The problem that we have right now is that humanitarian aid is not going to the areas that need it most. And I'm talking about the conflict areas, the areas outside of SAC administered areas of the country. This is the fastest growing part of the country. That is where most of the people, growing numbers of people in the country that need humanitarian aid are.
Myanmar has been locked in conflicts since the military seized power in 2021, impending a decade of tentative democracy and reform. At least 2.6 million people have been displaced by fighting, according to the UN, and more than 18 million people are in need of assistance. Thailand Foreign Ministry said the first batch of relief bag carried rice, dried food, and other essentials for 20,000 people. It was delivered in a convoy by the Thai Red Cross in its Myanmar counterpart at the Mil Sot Miwandi Board Crossing and will be distributed in 3 pilot locations observed by Haitian Humanitarian and Disaster Agency. The project is part of a wider peace initiative by Thailand to establish a humanitarian corridor as the civil war intensified between Myanmar military on one side and ethnic minority armies and a resistance movement on the other. Aderunke Kolawole, Osrc News.
Still on the foreign scene, search and rescue operation is ongoing following the partial collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in the U.S. city of Baltimore after a ship collided with it. Authorities say at least 2 people have been pulled from Patapsco River after the crash, with 1 seriously wounded. At least 7 are feared to be in the water, while sonar has detected the presence of submerged vehicles. And with that, we conclude the news tonight. But before we go, a quick look at the top stories. Towards combating the rising cost of food items and promoting all-round agricultural development to ensure food security, the Ondo State government has approved the Constitution of Agriculture and Food Security Committee. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his administration will not deviate from its commitment at making life more abundant for residents of the state. Aiyedatiwa, who played host to the leadership of Federal University of Technology Akure, FUTA, thanked the university community for recognizing his commitment to the welfare of Ondo State workforce with the Award of Excellence bestowed on him. Kano High Court has handed down a death sentence by hanging to a 47-year-old Chinese national, Frank Genji Kwangrong, for the murder of his Nigerian girlfriend. And from the foreign scene, search and rescue operation is ongoing following the partial collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in the U.S. city of Baltimore, which claimed 2 lives. That's the news tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Good evening.
Thank you.